Panthers upset the Rams in Carolina, in Charlotte. What? I thought I felt like I could hang my hat on how good the Rams were this year, and the Panthers win this 31-28. They have a win against the Packers at Lambeau, but they blew out the Falcons, skunked them, but they also lost by like 40 to the Bills. Like I can't figure out this team. They just lost to the 49ers where they couldn't move the ball on offense. But man, and I'll have some Rams stats because they were still moving the ball outside those turnovers. But what do you think about this one where the Panthers are just still in this NFC playoff race and get a huge win against the Rams?
Their shortest touchdown of the day was a 33-yard pass to Jalen Coker. Like, because I was sifting through some of their stats for the day, and I was like, they first of all, what kind of like just kind of pinged my brain was they had 35 design runs today, 0 in the red zone. They only ran one play in the red zone the entire game, which was a 3-yard scramble for Bryce Young. I was like 35 runs and not a single one happened in the red zone. And then I scaled back. I was like, okay, wait, all these touchdowns were long range because even the pick six by Mike Jackson, where broadcast actually got a great Thriller reference in when he was running it back. That was pretty strong. That was a long one too. So you had the long one to Tet, the long one to Jalen Coker, and then they kind of just sat on the ball in the third quarter. And next thing you know, you're up at the end of the game. Because even in the third quarter, they ran 20 plays to the Rams 3. They were just kind of just chipping away. Yeah, and what kind of made me laugh over their third quarter run, their average third down distance was 3.75 yards. So your average third down distance in the third quarter, you're just 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. And they just kept chipping away. But what I did think was interesting in this game was there was a big split between Bryce Young's first and second down stats and his third and fourth down stats. Basically, all this production from him came on third and fourth down. 11 dropbacks, he was 8 for 10, 162 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1.46 EPA per dropback, 40% explosive pass rate, 15 yards per dropback. First and second down, he was negative EPA, low success rate, about 4 yards per dropback. So on the high leverage downs, just absolutely torched them. Man, Chris Shula, you gotta get back in the drawing board after that one because that was not his finest day. And even on the final play that iced it, just wide open in the middle of the field, easy dart, and the game was over. So they gotta recollect after that because that was a little sloppy for them.
That one was like I wasn't sure if the safety was supposed to go over there to be the hook or Spites was supposed to run out. But no, I mean, even just looking at the numbers, Rams almost had a 57% success rate. Panthers had 37%. Rams had 8 explosive plays. Panthers had 6. Rams faced only 5 third downs on the day. The Panthers faced 15 third downs on the day, and then they converted 7. So if I see low success rate, 7 of 15 on third down, it's exactly what you just said, that the quarterback was performing on third and fourth down, or the offense was converting on third and fourth down. And 3 turnovers also does that too. This was some similarities to the Jags-Chiefs game a little bit, where it was like the other team lost the game, but it wasn't like the offense played bad. They actually played really well. The Rams offense in this case. The turnovers, one was in the end zone, batted ball straight in the air, pick 6 by Mike Jackson, which was a great play. That is the game of inches of the NFL. That is Matthew Stafford, who still has a very good arm, is a split inside, just a little inside. He leaves it. And it's not only batted down, it's a pick 6. And that's just the NFL. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, that's how brutal the league is. And then the fumble, it was a looper by Derek Brown. And it was just like one of those. I haven't watched all 22, so I wasn't sure what the coverage looked like. But Stafford's not a guy that wants to scramble, so I'm going to guess the coverage did something that spooked him. And then the looper, I thought it was just a great play call. And I'm with you too. It was just going on the other side. The Coker had 4 catches, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Matt Harmon's going to go nuts this week. He had some plays from the slot, but I thought it was so interesting was that 4th down touchdown. He was the X. He was the isolated receiver. And they ran like a man beater to T-Mac, but then Bryce Young just took the one-on-one against Emmanuel Forbes, who everybody's been hyping up the last couple of weeks, including myself, saying how well he's been playing, and he gets shredded today. Absolutely shredded today. And I was like, corner's tough, man. Corner's tough.
Yeah.
And then same with the T-Mac touchdown. It was just like a cross country on 4th down. And I thought it was just like, they executed. They needed to execute. They executed. They got bully balled. I'm glad you mentioned it. second half, they went a whole bunch of 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. They out 13 personnel the Rams, which is another thing that they've been doing. So it was just one of those where the Rams shot themselves in the foot, and then the Panthers did nothing to kind of like let it get away from them. Like they just did enough, and they're just kind of have these games where they can just do this because they have enough on offense that they can do this on offense.
Yeah, that was a fun game. But it goes to your point in the first half. The Rams had an 85% rushing success rate, 64%. But just those turnovers. Like even with they still scored 21 points in the first half.
Yeah.
But yeah, like turnovers, they'll kill you. They'll kill you, and you could even lose the game to Bryce Young. Because I don't know what the hell is going on there because he was so bad last week against the 49ers. And then like the week before he torched the Falcons, and then this week, I mean, he had some nice throws. Like I got to give it to him. Like he did have some nice plays in the second half of this game. So I don't know what you do there, but I think he's probably done just enough to keep his job for another season, and they'll try and keep building that team up around him. But man, just a bizarrely bad game, like in the margins for the Rams in this one. But I still don't really feel like you should really be all that down on them. But the defense definitely got to get back to it because that was one of the worst games probably all season.
It was no, that's the thing. It's like that usually I want to have some big takeaway, and in the Rams, I'm like, no, they're still really good. Probably still the best team, I would think. It's just that I think that it's more what says about what the Panthers did today than anything bad about the Rams. The other thing I didn't note this. I just want to talk. I also want to shout out your Devontae Adams red zone touchdown because that's just what he does. I call it the dunker spot in basketball. That's all he does now. He's just dunking. Stafford did like every type of trick shot. He mashed so many buttons on that one touchdown. He was like throwing a hook shot on that one. But something I noticed with the Panthers, because their numbers are pretty good when I was kind of splitting them. I've kind of kept my eye on them whenever I do these little graphs on Tuesdays and stuff. I'm like, always the Panthers are like in the top right. And I always look at early down, like success rate and explosive play rate. Top right meaning good offense, good defense. And I was like, but I don't know, the defense doesn't feel great, but it does feel like they do some good things. I looked it up. They're really good on first, not really good. They're solid on first and second down. They're absolutely awful on third and fourth down. They're 11th in success rate on first and second down on early downs, 10th on early downs. 28th on late downs. EPA per play, 12th on early downs, 30th on late downs. I don't know. It was just a funny quirk as I've kind of now started to study the Panthers defense. Got some cool stuff going on with that Panthers defense, but it's just not all the way perfect. Chuba Hubbard swing TD was awesome. Sorry, I got notes. This game was awesome. I had a lot of notes on this game because it was just a fun game. It was, yeah. The Chuba Hubbard touchdown was cool. A lot more teams are doing this now. Swing touchdown, and they basically use the receivers like a gap scheme, like power, like two guys and one guy pulls. And I don't know, I really like that kind of little change up. The Jags have done it, a bunch of teams have done it, but I really like that one. I just want to give that a little shout out. A couple things are getting the Rams defense switch releases too. They're getting them switch releases, but yeah, Jalen Coker. Panthers, cool stuff on defense, even though they let them move the ball and they got forced a turnover. Still feel good about the Rams.